Welcome, welcome. Yes, we are here. I have been running around like crazy today. I'm not 100% with it, but luckily I have a very nice co-host who's going to help us. He will help us get through today's show. So, what do you have to say?
Yeah, it's crazy week of NFL stuff. When does it ever slow down? Am I right? Like, never slows down.
Wherever.
Stuff all the
No,
time.
it never slows down. There's never any break. Nothing. You know.
We thought Odell was to the Rams, and then they're like, hold on. Odell's not to the Rams yet. He might go to the Packers, and then they're like, okay, we're going to the Rams.
What do you think about that? Why don't we start with that?
Why not? For actual NFL terms, fantastic. For fantasy terms, it would have been better if he landed in Green Bay, obviously, because he would have been the clear number 2. And now he's behind at least Cooper Kupp and probably Robert Woods for a little bit till he learns the playbook. But I'm sorry, Van Jefferson truthers. Like, it's not going to happen.
I love
it's not going to happen. He looks so good, too.
I'm gonna tell you, I was all in on Van. I'm I don't want to call myself a truther, but I'm a big, a Van person for sure. So I'm kind of pissy. I'm pissy about this.
This just opens up another buy window.
For Van? Yeah, I would do that. They're in big cap trouble. They can't afford to, maintain. Look, I think Woods is going to get. Woods could be shown the door at the end of the year. OBJ, this is a short contract. Van would be a dynasty target for me at this point. I've really liked what I've seen from Van. Tutu Atwell is nothing. Unfortunately, my Ben Skowronek plans have been canceled.
I played him in Showdown last Sunday.
Oh my God, no, you didn't.
It wasn't a fun time, but it happened. I did it. Wasn't good, but it happened.
Yeah, you can eliminate Ben Skowronek from your dynasty rosters because there's just. I thought he had a chance because Tutu Atwell had a season-ending injury, and then Jacob Harris, another one of my to add to the list of disasters with Jacob Harris was another one of my not so great calls. He's also out for the year. I suspect that might be why they signed OBJ. They're running thin on on depth. So yeah, it is what it is. Matthew Stafford is the man.
Yeah.
Or even more so than he was.
Yeah, to the moon, I guess, is all the stock people say. We're going to the moon with Matt Stafford.
Yeah, aren't we?
When OBJ is your third option, at least for now, he might go to the side C. We already got an OBJ to the Ram questions, but
yeah. Look, is OBJ even going to play this week? You think?
I didn't rank him as if he was going to play.
I didn't rank him either. I suspect he might be active. You can't play OBJ this week. I think that this week, Van is still going to play as the wide receiver 3. But I'm not as comfortable playing Van. Probably going to rank OBJ if he plays. But I've dropped Van a significant number of spots, Jefferson that is, on the idea that more than likely OBJ might be active. So,
yeah.
I'm probably
I'm pretty sure it's a Monday night game as well.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, then we can't deal with that.
Yeah. It's going to be tough because who knows what's going to happen. But it was the min, correct? It was 1 year for the min.
I don't know what the contract was.
I don't think they came out with the details yet.
I don't know if they have either.
Just that it's a year, the rest of the year. So,
kidding, not kidding. Monty got the question in early, so we got him. You're the man. Yeah, look, I posted another tweet being like, your favorite fantasy creator is also a human. Of course, those are the ones that get like 170 likes. So why would anything about any content get nobody cares about any of that. But no, and then, there are people who are, once again, today we have our favorite thing is someone is like feels the need to tell me your advice sucks, and I told him that I'll spare him from ever having to see my content ever again. I blocked him, so he can. I spared him the suffering of having to interact with my content.
Just boo the man. Boo. Just don't like those people.
I mean, I always get so many people telling me how great I am. I don't really have patience for people who aren't who are going to be mean to me. From Gerard, does OBJ signing hurt Cup? I'd say no. I would say no, personally. Not really.
I would say yes, but ever so slightly. Like, he's not going to smash records now, I don't think, but he's still going to be like wide receiver 2, wide receiver 1.
I don't think it really hurts. I mean, honestly, I don't think OBJ has anything left. So, doesn't hurt Cup. Woods a little. And Van obviously dead.
Yeah.
Tyler Higbee, it hurts too.
When that news went live, I saw more Van tweets than I saw OBJ tweets.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Dynasty community's hurting out here.
I know. But I wouldn't say it hurts Cup. If there's any buying window on Cup, I'd take it. Okay, so first start sit question from Tanya, whatever. Mike Williams has struggled the last 3 games. Are you worried? Start Mike Williams this week or bench him in a must-win game. All right, let's get a number.
Ooh. I have 22.
21. Okay, we're starting off. Yeah. Oh, also, did you know that our recap show this Sunday, the one that I said was horrible, was the worst show I ever did? That's my most viewed show on this channel by almost double. All I needed to do was just tell everyone that I was mad, and then squeaky wheel gets the grease, I guess. Anyway, I mean, I'm worried about Mike Williams, but
just a little bit.
Upside is immense.
You have to keep starting.
Upside is immense. 21. He's a good start against the Vikings. I don't have any issue with that. And you're welcome. You're welcome. It's no secret that I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't know if I have it in the same, way that I used to, but there's only a few more weeks. And then, I don't know. We'll see.
Ooh, let's go on.
Mixon versus Akers, Dynasty. So we got another blurb from Akers saying that he's somehow going to return at the end of the season. How is that possible?
He's superhuman. It's the only way.
There's no way.
Superhero, right?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I'm still going to take Mixon.
Yeah, I mean, with Henderson, Henderson's going to get work when Akers comes back.
I'll still
take Mixon. He's looked fantastic this year, though.
I know. I really like Mixon.
It's because I stopped drafting him, but
that's always how it is, right? I mean, that's the game. That is the game.
That is fantasy football in a nutshell.
100%.
Draft them, they break out.
100%. So, yeah, I'll still go with Mixon. All right. Half PPR. Jamal Agnew or Donovan Peoples-Jones?
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
You have Donovan Peoples-Jones where?
39. I have him really high.
Okay, I have him 38. So I have him higher than you.
I thought I had him really high.
Yeah, I have him higher than you and almost exactly the same. Jamal Agnew?
I have him at 49.
Okay, I have him at 56, so even lower. Yeah. Okay, so we both go with Donovan Peoples-Jones. And we're very similar on Donovan Peoples-Jones.
I mean, it's all there. I mean, he showed out without Odell. He had that long touchdown last week. He looked good in the one game. I forgot who they were playing earlier in the season when Odell was out. Like,
Baker's better without Odell.
I've been preaching that since last year, and it's nuts. And you look at the stats side by side, it's just crazy. Like,
makes no sense. I know.
It doesn't. You got the YouTube videos from Odell's dad. You got.
I know. It's weird. Sometimes there's weird stuff. These are people. At the end of the day, it doesn't always work like it would. Robots wise. All right. He says it's gross. Yeah, no, it is. You've answered several start sits for me, helping me out big time. Yeah, I try. I try to get to everyone. I've been trying. I've definitely been a little bit little bit tired. I'll own it. But I generally think that we're still better off with me most of the time than with whatever I have left than with most people. So I appreciate people sticking with me, having patience for my relatively short answers sometimes. And if I miss your question, I'm sorry. I have 15,000 followers plus. I get 500, 600, 700 questions a week. I might miss a couple. I don't mean to. I want to get to everybody. If you want to make sure you get your question answered, this is if you're coming to the show and ask your question, I'll make sure I answer it. You're here and you're watching my show and you're supporting me. So I will make sure I answer your question. Patreon, same thing. If you sign up for my Patreon, I'll make sure all of your questions get answered. Sometimes I just log off of notifications. But oftentimes I'll check my DMs even if I don't check my notifications. So that's an incentive for Patreon specifically. Would you trade 2 2021 firsts for Davante Adams? My worry is he won't re-sign with the Packers. He wants to be top paid wide receiver in the league. So this is a dynasty question. What do you think about that?
I assume this is 2022 firsts.
Yeah, I would say so.
I mean, if your worry is he won't resign with the Packers, he's not gonna. I don't think he's going to. I think he's gone.
Well, I mean, but couldn't he go with Rodgers somewhere else?
He could. There's potential.
I mean, look, with Davante Adams, I don't think he's gonna. They could franchise tag him, and that could be a very ugly situation. I don't think he cares to play on the Packers with Jordan Love. I don't think so. I don't think he wants that. They might franchise him anyway, which in that case could be ugly. I don't know how him and Rodgers would coordinate being on the same team unless they were part of the same trade, which I guess is possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is possible.
If it works out that Rodgers goes elsewhere and there's no room for Davante Adams there, I would look for Davante Adams to sign with the Raiders.
Yep, that's where I have him going as well. Playing with his old college teammate. It's perfect.
College teammate. They lost Ruggs. They have nothing. I mean, Edwards is bust.
It's Darren Waller, but that's not the same.
Right, but imagine, if you think about it, if you had Davante Adams, your wide receiver 1, Darren Waller at tight end, Hunter Renfrow as your slot receiver, and then you had someone at 2. It could be Edwards. It could be a veteran. It could be another draft pick competition, or just could be whatever. But you had a top 3 of Adams, Waller, Renfrow would be a good set of weapons if he doesn't. But he won't be the same Davante Adams on the Raiders that he's been with Aaron Rodgers. Derek Carr is great, but he's not Aaron Rodgers. So would I trade these for Davante Adams? I mean, if you're a competing team and this is it, and you're desperate, I'm okay taking the rest of Davante Adams' career because I think he's got a few years left. I don't think he's going anywhere, but I do think this is it for him as like the wide receiver 1. I don't think he's ever going to be that again. So keep that in mind. This is, just know what you're buying. Know what you're doing.
It'd be interesting to see where the picks are in this deal too, because you can start to project these a little bit.
You can start to project them. Is it super flex or 1 QB? There's some things.
There's some variables in there, but yeah.
We won't dwell on that too much. And yeah, 2022. So Bateman or Rondale Moore?
I have Bateman a lot higher than I have Rondale Moore.
So do I. AJ Green was just activated from the COVID list, so he will play. Kirk is in, obviously. No issues with him. More. Nuke. Is Nuke going to be out there?
I don't know. This is one of those.
But even if Nuke weren't out there, you're not going to know. You have to choose now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Bateman. You have Bateman where?
I have Bateman really high, I think.
How high?
I think I have him higher. 25.
Yeah, I don't have him that high. I have him 31. But I have Rondale Moore at 50. So
yeah, I have him at 54.
Yeah, the matchup is not good. I mean, Carolina is not good. I don't like that matchup at all. And I would rather play AJ Green if I had to choose. Christian Kirk is the one I really want to play. Hopkins, I don't know. I hope Hopkins doesn't play at all because I worry about him. Because if he plays, you probably have to play him anyway, and you could get a big fat nothing. But I'm sure that's going to come up on Sunday. My guess, he doesn't play. Okay, 3 of these. So Hollywood, Debo, Deontay, or Evans. Okay, these are all great options. So let's start with the Evans situation. So Antonio Brown, he's not going to play.
No.
Gronk is highly questionable. I would lean toward no.
I didn't rank him, so.
And then Godwin with a foot injury. He hasn't practiced at all. I don't know if he's going to play either. If they all sit, right now, I have it assumed that Godwin's going to play but not be 100%. So I have Evans at wide receiver 7.
I have him at 7 as well.
Yeah. Deontay Johnson?
I have Deontay at 12.
I have him at 10. Claypool's going to miss this game. We know that. He's out for this week. He's not going to play. So they don't have anything, really. It's Johnson and Freiermuth at this point. James Washington is actually someone you can look at in a really deep league because Claypool's going to be out. The matchup is great against Detroit.
Yep.
Then Debo, where do you have Debo?
16.
Oh, I have him at 16. We agree. And then Hollywood?
I have him right in front of him at 15.
I also have Hollywood right in front of him at 15. So
interesting.
You do realize that just the people, if they don't know, we don't compare these rankings even at all before we go on the show. I'm hearing about Ryan's rankings now for the first time. So yeah, we have Debo and Hollywood in the exact same spot, and we're both going to sit Debo out of this group. We actually had Evans in the exact same spot also.
He has D-Hop as well in the next comment.
No. Hopkins, we can't. He's last on this list. Did you rank him?
19.
20 for me. So
close enough.
Very similar. Is this the sell high time on Debo? I think it's too late.
It is too late.
I think it's too late. I think you had your chance, and now it's a hold time. Should I try to get Odell? No. Why do you want Odell?
You got those guys. You don't need Odell.
No. In redraft, Odell is worth a roster spot, right?
Yeah, of course. On that offense? I mean, Van Jefferson won.
Where did you have ballpark? Because I don't do rest of season, and neither do you.
No.
Ballpark, where did you have Van Jefferson rest of season before this news?
It'd probably be in the 40s.
45 or so?
Somewhere in there. Couldn't put him as a wide
receiver. Where do you have Odell? Where would you have Odell rest of season then?
Probably a touch higher than that.
A touch higher, but not much. Because remember that I don't think Van was playing like 90 to 100% of snaps. There's no way Odell's going to do that. Odell, I think, is going to play like 65. So Odell's better than Van, but not much. I'm not sure I'd have Odell that much higher. Probably have Odell around 40. So that's worth the roster spot in redraft. Should you try to get Odell? No. This is a sell moment in Dynasty. I want to get rid of Odell immediately. I have no interest in Odell. I've been done with Odell for a long time. I've been selling Odell. I mean, people are always like, oh, you shouldn't sell Odell. You're selling low. But every time I've sold, it only got worse.
Yeah.
I've never been wrong about selling Odell. I said to sell Odell in 2020, midway through 2019, then, midway 2020 offseason, midway through 2020, then all throughout, this offseason, sell Odell. And I've always been right. So, again, sell Odell. I don't want him. Okay.
Oh, no.
What's
the question?
Yeah, let's talk about Mr. Gibson. Okay. You got to choose 2 of these. Gibson, Javonte, or Devonta Freeman.
Oh, how far we have fallen.
Mighty have fallen, yeah.
I'm going Javonte, and I'm going Devonta Freeman with Latavius Murray out tonight.
Where do you have Javonte Williams?
23.
I'm 21. Freeman?
24 right behind him.
I have him exactly at 24, right with you. Gibson?
28.
I actually somehow I have Gibson higher than you do. I have Gibson at 26.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that one.
Yeah.
I don't like the matchup.
We agree. No, I don't like it either. But running back gets thin after that.
It gets really thin at
There's really 24 guys I like, then McKissick and Gibson at 25 and 26, and then not a fan after that. But Freeman is the last guy I like. So Javonte and Freeman this week for me. Rebuilding trade. Okay. Trade Kelsey and Terrace Marshall for Chase Claypool, Fant, and Christian Kirk.
Nah.
Nah.
No. I need more. I need more for.
This is the side you're getting is a disaster. I mean, you've gotten Kirk has gained value, but you're taking on two assets that are on life support in Claypool and Fant. Fant is people keep telling. I posted recently that I would rather have Pat Fryermuth in Dynasty, and it's always the same people who push. It's the same people over Fant. It's the same people who push back on it. Oh, Fant is talented. Oh, he's athletic. Oh, he's done so much in his career. Really? He's done nothing. He's done nothing in his career. Considering that Jerry Jeudy was out this season, he's done nothing. He's done nothing at all to impress me. He should have been way better. Cortland Sutton was banged up. Jerry Jeudy out. Fant contributed nothing. He was completely pedestrian, which is what he's always been, actually. He's always been pedestrian. So I don't want any part of that. And then Claypool is now always injured. Now another injury, a toe injury. I don't want a toe injury. And he hasn't done anything either. Christian Kirk, I mean, he could be something, but Terrace Marshall could be something too. I don't think this is enough for this. Would if this were Kelsey alone, I might be like, okay. It's not really what I want, but I want to sell Kelsey. I'll deal with it. But I'm not adding Terrace Marshall to that side. That's ridiculous. So I'm not going to do this. I try to get Terrace Marshall removed and see if you can get Claypool, Fant, and Kirk. But I don't want any of those.
I need more. You're guaranteed half a season of the tight end one production.
But if you're rebuilding, I'm fine getting rid of Look, if it's
I think you get more though.
Right, but let's say you're 0-9 and it's this or no deal. What would you do? If not Marshall, Kelsey for Claypool, Fant, and Kirk. That or nothing.
It'd have to be. I don't know.
I would take it if it's that or nothing. Not with Marshall included, though. Not with Marshall included. I don't know why you want to get. I don't want to get rid of Marshall in a rebuild.
No, his
that I don't want to do. Right, so already have Jeudy.
I don't think that
irrelevant.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Is Tyler Johnson worth playing as a flex if Godwin AB is out? If Gronk is also out and Godwin is out, you'd have to consider it, right? I mean, it's against Washington. Brady's gonna produce. And if Godwin's out, AB out, and Gronk out, how is he going to get there?
Scotty Miller. No, I'm kidding.
No, I haven't ranked. No, Tyler Johnson is clearly the first in line.
I know.
I haven't ranked Tyler Johnson yet, but honestly, I might. I mean,
he's definitely worth the roster spot right now.
Not in redraft, but
yeah, for a week.
Yeah, but he probably. I mean, the answer to this question is yes. If everyone's out, I'm looking at my rankings. I have Christian Kirk at 36. I'd rather play Kirk no matter what. Yep. Corey Davis at 37, DPJ at 38, Elijah Moore at 39, Gallup at 40, Patrick at 40. Yeah, no, it's Patrick 41, Callaway. Yeah, it's somewhere he'd be a mid wide receiver 4 for me if everyone was out, Gronk included.
Yeah, if Gronk misses, I'm in, but if he doesn't, I think
with every person you add back reduces his value. And if Godwin plays, it's not. I can't play Tyler Johnson because Evans and Godwin can take everything themselves. It's really Godwin being out that opens it up more than Gronk being out. Gronk being out would just be a bonus. All right, so we have a few questions that I pulled up in advance. So this one from Jake. Jacoby Myers, these are all going to be close, I think, in our rankings. Jacoby Myers, Elijah Moore, or Tim Patrick?
Give me Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore, you have ranked where?
34.
Okay, I have him at 39. I think 34 is kind of high. And what about Patrick?
Patrick's
dealing with a knee.
Yeah, I'm at 46.
I'm at 41, but that will change if we hear more about the knee. And Myers?
I have Myers at 38.
I have Myers at 47. So I'll also go with Elijah Moore. I agree. Okay. Who do you like more long term, DJ Moore or Pittman? Now, when we say long term, let's look at both versions of what long term means. Rest of season, DJ Moore or Pittman?
Pittman by a mile. Right?
So Sam Darnold, I think, doesn't play another game for the Panthers ever again.
No.
They signed Cam. Now,
worst handling of QB.
Cam is not good. I would rather have had Darnold continue than have either Cam or PJ Walker for the receiver's value. Now, Cam is going to be a better fantasy quarterback than Darnold. But for the receiver's value, I would have rather had Darnold continue. But PJ Walker is one of the worst quarterbacks I have ever seen. I think that Cam is probably better than that. Although for fantasy, not much. So for this year, it's going to be Pittman. Now, in terms of long term, the Panthers are going to solve this quarterback problem.
Are they?
Yes, because they have no choice.
They didn't have a choice. They took on Sam Darnold.
They tried to solve it. I mean, look, who's going to be their start? Who's going to be their 2022 starter? At this point, they cannot go back to Sam Darnold.
No, someone who's not on the roster.
So it's going to be someone, and could be a draft pick.
Is it a rookie?
Could be Deshaun Watson. I don't know. But they won't go back to Sam Darnold. I don't know what they're going to do, really. I really don't. But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Andrew needs one of Deontay Harris, Terry McLaurin, and Christian Kirk. What? Did I miss something about Terry McLaurin?
Terry pretty easily.
Yeah, easily. Where do you have Terry?
I have Terry at, I have him at 17.
Okay, I have him at 12. But I have Kirk in the 30s and Harris in the 50s. So not particularly close. And then, in Dynasty, I'd still prefer Moore. But
yeah, even though I love DJ Moore as a prospect, and he's not done bad with his opportunities.
DJ Moore is just a better player than Michael Pittman.
Yeah, but Michael Pittman has the quarterback. He has the target share.
Sure, but in Dynasty, I'd rather have DJ Moore still.
It's just tough. I want to see DJ Moore with the quarterback so bad. That's what he's done with Cam and Sam Darnold this season.
It's tough.
Incredible.
You're welcome. All right. Between these four running backs, who should I drop for Ingram? Singletary, McKissick, Johnson, or Bolden? Well, can't possibly drop Singletary. Moss might not play this week, so Singletary would be. Where do you have Singletary?
I have Singletary. Scroll up here real quick. 22.
And that ranking assumes that
Zach Moss is out.
Yeah, I have Singletary at 20, assuming that Moss is out. The matchup is strong.
Very.
And then McKissick this week?
27.
25. Jonas Johnson, assuming that Chubb won't clear, that nobody clears the COVID protocol the same week, like ever. So Johnson is where?
See, I did it as if Chubb would clear. I had him at 36, but I also put him, if Chubb was inactive, I put him at 25.
Yeah, I have Johnson at 19 if Chubb doesn't clear. Wait, I don't think he will. And then Bolden, that's a whole separate story. Both Harris and Stevenson not practicing 2 weekdays in a row with concussions, so they're looking like they're out. And, they look out to me at this point.
So the answer would be none.
Well, Kamara, but what about Kamara? Kamara's already missed 2 practices with the knee.
They
signed another player off the practice squad.
Tough.
If everyone is in the best case scenario, Ingram would be the best start this week of all of these.
Yes.
Not by much. Ingram would be. Ingram would be just ahead of Singletary and Johnson. Not far ahead, but he would be ahead.
Yeah. I forgot he didn't practice.
I guess I dropped Bolden because even if all the New England backs miss, Bolden is still. Bolden, I don't think I'm ever going to rank as an RB2 in any week ever, no matter what. So I guess I'd draw Bolden and take on Ingram. Just in case the Kamara injury is serious. Okay, so from BJ, does Madison get a big boost with the recent Cook news? Madison has played really well when Cook is out. That is an exaggeration about really well. But let's talk about this for a second. What do you think about this?
I don't know, because I think it's one of those things where you don't have to have a take right away. I don't know what's going to happen, honestly, with Dalvin.
Well, I'll give people my take, which is that I do not expect this to play out during the season. So I expect Cook to be available for the rest of the season. Going forward, if Cook misses time throughout the offseason, if there's an issue, I don't think they'd be comfortable going in. Like, let's say we found out during the offseason that this was really bad. Cook's going to jail. His career's over somehow. I don't think they would go into a season with Madison as their starter anyway. I think they would find someone else. It would be a boost for him, though. So, yeah, maybe a small boost. But it's hard to say. And not during the season. I expect Cook to continue to play. Is CEH playing this week? What do you think?
I don't know. It's up in the air with CEH. I mean, no, I'd lean no, but
I lean no, but I don't think he's far away.
I agree.
I don't know. I wonder. I mean, we're gonna know, but yeah. I would think not. I mean, he'll either be activated or he won't on Saturday, and then we'll know. If he's activated, he'll play. If he's not activated, he won't play. We're not going to know by tonight, obviously. So, you have to make your decisions. I ranked it as if he wouldn't play. But I expect that he will play next week. If he's active, that means he's healthy. He's a starter. I don't want to play him. I'd much rather play Daryl Williams in the current situation than Clyde if activated. Where do you have Daryl Williams?
I have him slotted in at 29 just because of the uncertainty.
Well, I have him at 17, assuming that it's the current situation.
I'd bump him up to that around there, around 19.
Yeah. If Clyde played, where would you drop Clyde in, more or less?
Probably at 25.
Yeah, I think I would probably I would also put him there. I would put him in the mix with McKissick and Gibson.
It's right at that line.
Honestly, I'm more confident in Gibson and his health right now. So I'd probably put Clyde at 27. I'd put Clyde and Daryl close. I'd have Clyde ahead, but not by much. Because Daryl is the thing is that they have one competent running back right now, and it's Daryl. But if you have Clyde coming back, then you have two competent running backs. So right now I have Daryl at 17, and I didn't rank another Kansas City back. So, but if I have two backs, I can rank them both in the low, I can rank CEH at 27 and Daryl at 30, which is probably what I would have to do. I don't expect CEH to play this week, though. Okay. Someone offered Barkley and Bryan Edwards for Eckler and Higgins. I don't understand this trade. I would take Eckler. Bryan Edwards is worthless. Right?
Yeah, sadly.
Unfortunately, but he has no value. And yeah, Andrew is saying she'll leave CH on the bench. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, there's actually a lot to unpack. I included this question on purpose. Do I flex Gaskin tonight, even though I could flex Jamal Agnew or Robbie Anderson? Well, first of all, put the Thursday night players in your running back or wide receiver spot, not your flex. It gives you more flexibility later in the week. I feel like Anderson could go off considering they just got Cam back. Okay. No. You're better off with Darnold. Cam is the worst possible thing for Robbie Anderson. Cam's arm is completely shot. He can't throw the ball downfield at all. You were better off with Darnold. You can release Anderson in any redraft format. Just cut him. He has zero value. You will never be able to start him. Never. It's only going to be DJ Moore and McCaffrey that you'll ever be able to consider from this group. Cam does not help you. So first of all, Cam's not going to play this week. It's going to be PJ Walker. And secondly, no. This is the nail in Anderson's coffin, because it was maybe PJ Walker could have improved. We know what Cam is, and I don't want any part of that. So yeah, I don't. Cam, I feel like, is more likely to succeed with someone like DJ Moore. He's not going to succeed with Robbie Anderson. So no, even if Cam were saying it's easily Gaskin. These two are not startable options.
No, easy Gaskin.
Where do you have Gaskin?
I have him at 20.
22. So very similar. These guys are outside the top 50.
Yeah. Well, I have Agnew just barely inside, but still.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Gesicki or Knox?
Is Dawson Knox playing this week?
I think so.
Oh,
seems like he's gonna play.
I mean, I'd still easily go with Gesicki tonight.
I would.
So good.
I would go with Dawson Knox returned to a full practice, so he's gonna play. But I would still go with Gesicki. I have Gesicki at 7. I have Knox at 14.
Yeah, I ranked Tommy Sweeney at 26, thinking Knox wasn't gonna play. So
Knox practiced in full today, so he's gonna play.
I'd probably drop him in at 13. And I guess I keep 7.
Gaskin or Javonte?
Gaskin barely.
I have Javonte barely. Javonte at 21 and Gaskin at 22.
Yeah.
And I'm not benching both running backs and starting both tight ends. I'll stick with starting one tight end. These are not good enough for that. All right. The Mixon is on bye. Probably no Chubb. Yeah, you won't have Chubb. So who's the best 2 in half PPR? Gaskin, Carter, Collins, Stevenson, or Jeff Wilson? This is really easy, right?
Yeah, first 2.
Yeah, first 2. What do we think about Chris Carson? Do we think we're going to have Chris Carson this week?
I don't think so. I think it's one more week.
It does seem like Chris Carson is coming back eventually. Even though neck injuries can be career-threatening, it seems like it's possible he could play this week. Either way, it's Gaskin and Carter anyway. I still have Collins ranked as if Carson is out.
Yep.
But I only have him at 27.
I have him lower at 31. So
31, yeah. So Gaskin and Carter. Where do you have Carter?
I have him at 16.
18. So
brutal matchup, but he's going to get the targets with hopefully Mike White coming back.
Yeah, the matchup is just so bad. It's the only thing. Okay, Bateman or Ayuk?
Bateman. I said I had him very high this week.
Where do you have Ayuk?
I have Ayuk at, I believe it's 33.
I have him at 34.
I think he's on the uptick. I think he's coming back.
Very close. I have these two close. At Bateman 31, Ayuk at 34, but to me, kind of like Bateman is the last one in his tier, and then Ayuk is in the next group. Mm-hmm. With guys like Landry, who I'm not really interested in, whereas Bateman is probably the last wide receiver I'm really comfortable with. BJ, I just want to say thanks for all the content you put out. I'm sorry for all the comments, questions.
Don't apologize.
Sorry for the comments and questions. That's why there's content. I always find it funny when people apologize for asking questions when I'm literally doing a question show.
Keep asking them.
Yeah, you guys are the content. So if you don't ask the questions, there wouldn't be a show. So please keep asking them. Don't be sorry. Seriously.
Please don't be sorry. Keep them coming.
And then, assuming, Rodgers is going to play. So, but if I had to choose between Brissett and PJ Walker, I would choose Brissett.
Yeah, pretty easily. PJ Walker can put up negative points pretty easy.
Yeah, I have PJ Walker last among starting quarterbacks at 28. I have Brissett at 25.
Yeah. I ranked Tua, so even though I'm trying
Tua won't play.
I have PJ Walker.
We're about to find out. Spot. We're about to find out for sure, but Tua won't play. Thanks, Coop.
Thanks, Coop.
Okay, let's see. Start 3 of these 4. Have to use at least one tight end, but could play two. So Gaskin, Sanders, Hawkinson, and Kittle.
Ooh, 3 of the 4. I mean, Kittle's a must start.
Yeah.
Especially after last week. And then it gets kind of close. I'd probably go Hawkinson, then Sanders.
Yeah, that's what I said. Kittle, Hawkins, Sanders.
This is a situation.
Feels weird, but I think it's the right move.
This is a situation where the 2 tight ends are good enough to start.
I know it's rare, but I actually think this is a situation where that's the case. Okay, Carr, Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Actually, no, I have Derek Carr. Actually,
I have Jalen Hurts. Where do you have Hurts?
11.
So do I. Where do you have Carr?
10, right in front of him.
Yeah, I have Carr at 13.
I love the matchup. KC's so bad on defense. I know. They
what
don't
I didn't
have.
like though is Carr didn't look the same last week without Ruggs, and in the one game we saw without Ruggs, he hasn't been good. So I'd like to see him be good without Ruggs.
That's fair. I mean, I just love the matchup.
I love the matchup, but I'd rather go with Hurts. It's close.
Hurts has been. I don't know what's going on over there in Philly. Down the road.
And then Corey Davis, Van Jefferson, or DPJ.
I think I have Donovan Peoples-Jones. No, I have Corey Davis by.
I have Corey Davis by 1 spot.
I'm by 2.
So very close, but we agree on that one. All right, so we need one in redraft for wide receiver 2 of these. So Bateman and Hollywood and Lamar already in. So Bateman, Gage, Tyler Johnson, Elijah Moore.
So this would come down to Bateman versus Elijah Moore. And Bateman I have way higher in my rankings, but do you trust the double dip?
Yes. It doesn't matter who else you're starting. Go with Bateman. Start the better players. Don't worry about that too much.
I mean, I think it's a smash matchup tonight for Lamar, so
go with Bateman.
Dolphins aren't good.
Okay. Van Jefferson or Jamal Agnew now that OBJ is a Ram?
I think Van Jefferson might have one more week in him.
I agree, and I'm going to go with Van Jefferson just because I have zero confidence in Jamal Agnew. So, Van Jefferson barely.
Barely.
Yeah, he was active, so you can't even put him on IR. That is actually brutal. I am not going to lie. It's tough. Definitely tough.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, the whole thing.
I absolutely hate to see it. It's tough what they do. Like at least Deshaun, if you have Deshaun Watson on a dynasty roster, at least he's out every week.
And you can put him on IR. Yeah,
you can throw him on IR. 2 you just can't.
2 of these: DJ Moore, Bateman, Renfro, Kirk, or Peoples-Jones.
Wow, this is actually closer than I thought it would be, but you have to go DJ Moore and just hope.
Where do you have DJ Moore?
I'm at 21.
And 22.
I have Renfro over Bateman.
So do I. Even in half PPR is not enough to swing it. So I had Renfro at 24 and Bateman at 31. So I'll stick with it. Stick with Renfro.
Yeah, I agree.
These are interesting spellings, but I'll go with Garoppolo.
Yeah.
I don't want to play Brissett at all. Okay.
Oh no.
What are your thoughts on Alberto? Oh, don't get me started. Picked him up for future. Well, I like Alberto. That's why I don't like Fant at all.
So do I, but remember last week I said 50%. Last week hurt a little bit. He looked decent when he got the ball, but
yeah, he was fine. But I don't think they're that different, personally.
I agree.
Okay, here's a dynasty trade. How do you feel about Godwin, a late 2022 first, and a 23 second for Devontae Adams?
See, this is one where I need to know situation, but I feel like gotta take. I'd still go Godwin. I'd lean Godwin.
This is way too expensive. I'm gonna go with the Godwin side. This is way too expensive. I'm not paying that. Mark Andrews or Dawson Knox?
Andrews pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't care about the last 2 games. I have Andrews at 3 and Knox at 14. So not close.
I have Andrews at 4. So the Knox is down there. So
I'm easily getting Andrews. Freeman Howard or Brandon Bolden?
Freeman, but I have Jordan Howard at 26 and I have Freeman at 24. So Freeman barely.
Yeah, we have Freeman at the same spot at 24. I have Howard at 29. Bolden, have it 34, assuming that both Harris and Stevenson are out, but still. I'll still go with Freeman. Okay. Yeah. Do I start Bateman tonight or Emmanuel Sanders on Sunday?
It's interesting. I'm getting Rashad Bateman asked around all the people that I have him around. I have Emmanuel Sanders at 26 and Bateman at 25. So Bateman barely.
We are very much in sync on Emmanuel Sanders. 27. I have Bateman at 31, so I'll go with Emmanuel Sanders. Barely. That's very close. All right. A lot of weird McLaurin questions. McLaurin, Waddle, or Ayuk? McLaurin. Easily. Yeah. This is not close. Javonte Williams or Daryl Williams?
Javonte.
I mean, I'll go Daryl if it's the current situation.
Yeah, true. I just think, as I have him currently ranked, if CH somehow active, I think in Dynasty.
Hamler and Bowden don't deserve roster spots, and I'd rather have Juju over Fuller because he's younger.
I agree.
Okay. Jefferson, Woods, Thielen, Judy, pick 3. Again, I think this is pretty easy.
Yeah, I'd go. Well, obviously, you got to go Hill and Jefferson, and then you can make an argument for the third one.
Yeah, but I'll go with Woods.
I think I have Woods. Yeah, I have Woods 3 spots higher than Thielen. I'm at 20.
Yeah, I have him 4 spots higher. So, yeah. Waddle or Lockett?
Gosh, so many similar questions.
I'm
going to go Lockett barely. I have Lockett 1 spot ahead of Waddle.
I have Lockett 8 spots ahead of Waddle. So
I think Waddle's in for a big night.
I'd rather go with Lockett.
Some 7 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown.
So would you go Ingram if no Kamara, Peterson, Bateman, or Drake? I need one flex, or would you rank Renfrow above all of those? So I would rank Renfrow above all of them unless Ingram has the backfield to himself, in which case I would go with him first.
Yeah, Ingram if no Kamara. I agree.
But just wait on that, and if Kamara's in, then play Renfrow. Okay, I love this. Must win, as if my advice would change.
Yes, we are at that point in the year where we must win.
All right, so forget about Adrian Peterson, but Judy, Renfrow, or Javonte Williams?
Ooh, in PPR, Renfrow easily.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Renfrow also. Standard, Devonta Smith, Gesicki, or Landry?
Ooh, this would be a close one for me. I'd probably go Devonta Smith, I'd lean.
Me too. Play Bateman today or wait for AB?
They can't wait for him. If he's
can't wait because AB is not going to play. So, Bateman. What are your thoughts on Jonas Johnson versus Devonta Freeman in PPR? Not a lot of information, right? Actually, I think there's plenty of information. Chubb's not going to clear, so it's tough. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. I'm fine putting Devonta Freeman in now because he's there now. I have Jonas Johnson ranked higher. But it's more of what else do you have?
It eliminates the wacky outcomes if you just play for
a lot of this is what else if Chubb returns, what are you replacing Jonas Johnson with? And that I don't have that info, so that would change a lot of things. Who'd you rather stash and redraft, Sony Michel or Gainwell?
Sony Michel.
Me too. Gainwell's worthless. You can cut him in redraft. Waddle tonight or Judy?
Waddle tonight. Big game in store.
I'll go Judy. Although I have Judy at 25 and Waddle at 26 right next to each other. I appreciate your advice. All right. Who would you flex out of? Thank you. Who would you flex out of Fant, Conklin, or Freeman?
Probably Freeman.
Freeman. Yeah, easily. Freeman. And last one of the advanced questions from Mark. Gaskin, Freeman, or Gibson?
It hurts again. Gaskin. Barely.
Gaskin. Yeah, I have Gaskin at 22, Freeman at 24. So Free and Gibson at 26. So very close, but I will go with Gaskin. And then we have this last question. Carson, if he plays, McNichols, or A.J. Dillon? Half PPR.
Carson, if he plays. A.J. Dillon, if he doesn't.
I agree. I have A.J. Dillon at 32, McNichols at 33, but that's full PPR, so it would be less close in half. It would be more easily Dillon. Yep. But Carson, if he plays over both. I don't think he's going to play, but if he does. But yeah, that is it for questions. So, okay, we have one more.
One more.
Daryl Williams, full PPR.
Cole Beasley.
I'll go Daryl Williams.
I think he gets.
We have more time on that. We have more time on that. We'll get back to that on Sunday. Thank you. You're welcome. But yeah, tell the people one last time where they can find you.
They can find me right below at @RyanPros_FF. I tweet. I'm getting there on the Twitter, but I write for the Dynasty Vipers, and I do a Sunday morning show with Spence and Matt. We got to get restarted on that for the Fancy Newsroom, and that's all I got. I mean, I'm just excited for football tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. You can find me on Twitter at DLF_carb. You can find all my work there, Patreon, this show. If you're watching the video, like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. And otherwise, I just thank everyone for their support. I love everyone who's been supporting me. It really helps keep me going and all that. And let's enjoy football tonight. Yep. Anyway, peace.